we have a fridge that looks a little bit different. Oh, that's definitely different. It's going somewhere. Where's it taking us? This isn't a grocery store.
Hello, and welcome to Hello. I am Clutch, and I am aware that this is very close to the camera. It's very loud in here, so otherwise you wouldn't hear me too well, so sorry for the close-up. I know. Anyway, I'm here at Omega Mart in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm very excited to take you along with me. This is one of the Meow Wolf installations. It's actually the second one they ever made, and I love these interactive, immersive art experiences. Now, if you've never been to the Omega Mart before, it's basically a grocery store, but it is not a grocery store. So it's something a little bit surreal, and the whole experience is really choose your own adventure. You get to walk around, do it in whatever way you want. It's a bunch of kind of like surreal, bizarro universe stuff. A lot of little hidden doorways, secret things like that, and it is really just fun to walk around and just experience it in whatever way you want to do. So I'm gonna take you along with me as we explore this Meow Wolf. And I can't wait to see what kind of weird things we discover. So come along with me to Meow Wolf's Omega Mart. So right before we go in, I just want to really just take appreciation of the facade here. It does feel huge. They did put these kind of little thing here, so it's hard to get a full wide shot, but whatever. Anyway, something I love is that it is called Omega Mart, but because of how they built the sign, I like that it does just kind of almost look like it says Mega Art, because that honestly is exactly what this feels like. It's art of a great magnitude. All right, and we are inside. And as you can see, this is a very normal supermarket. There's nothing weird about this at all. I mean, you can see some pretty normal stuff there. Nothing odd, nothing strange. I mean, maybe if we take a closer look, we can see how not odd and not strange this place is. So let's start with that. See? Emergency clams. It's not odd, it's not strange, very normal. You can see, they got Dr. Shelley MD. That's an amazing pun. That is Clutch approved pun. But in all seriousness, folks, it really is just a grocery store, but it's not a grocery store. Like, the fun thing about this part here is that if you look really close, some of it are real products, like Liquid Death. That's a real product. But you look over here, and we have Some Chew Soda. That's Some Chew right here. Liquefied cream soda, best thirst available. That's a little different. You got gender fluid. You got that right there. That's great. But like, you got this. You got Dr. Supervisor. Like, really, the best part about this front part is that everything, if you look really close, is just a little bizarre. Like, you ever want to drink some symbiotic shrimp? Well, I got you covered. Got some milk here. Milk with 2 L's. It's kind of like milk, but milk. Anyway, got Orange Awakening, and then oh my gosh, and then more Orange Awakening, and then of course you got your classic Tattoo Chicken. I also got Tattoo Chicken in a can. Sorry, I'm a little obsessed with the Tattoo Chicken, but I love that at the top of this display here, they have rotisserie Tattoo Chicken. And if you really like Tattoo Chicken, they have the full thing right here. It's the manager special. Wow! Where family meets freedom. So there's just a whole bunch of random stuff here. Got some encephaloaf, looks like brains. Romantic steak cake. So actually, I think my wife would love a romantic steak cake. I should probably bring this home for her. A lot of interesting stuff here. So again, if this is your first time seeing Meow Wolf stuff, this is kind of what you get. It's bizarre art, but you can it's all over the place. It's really fun to interact with. We got some monumental meats up here. So you got Ghostface there, you got the Mona Lisa over here. It's just beautifully bizarre, and it's fun to just walk around and experience however you want to experience it. So you can actually experience a story here. You get a little boop card, it costs a little extra money, and then you go up to these different panels and you can boop it on there, and it'll kind of explain what's going on. I have done that before, so this one I'm going to kind of experience the story through just the ambiance of the place. But to get a fuller version of it, you can actually use that card to get videos and stories and things like that. So there's so many different ways you can go. There's so many things to see here. Honestly, giving you a full tour of this place is pretty much impossible, but I will do what I can to give you the best thing, the best view of it all.
to let you understand what are all the meats of the world. And then other things that might be out here. Like, you know, what great things you can buy. Like Little Meow Wolf or Healthy Wolf. Little Meow or Healthy Wolf. I can't read. Reading is hard. This place is full of ridiculousness. Something I like in the grocery store is that if you look up, they do have what's in each aisle. So you got your cleaners, your households, your plausibles, and then you got your New Age barbecue, bird mustard over here. You know, you got your cereal, then you got your adult cereal, you got your ritual goods, everything a growing boy needs. You even got our produce section over here. You got, what are these? We got some, it looks like Daikons, the perfect home companions. Fantastic. But there's lots of fun little things here. Now, something I haven't said yet is how interactive some of this is. So like, they kind of encourage and want you to touch everything. Some of these things sometimes do things, or if you look closely, like look at this, you can see inside there, and there's fun, weird things happening. There's another zucchini down here. Let's see. More fun, weird things happening. Let's try to focus that. There you go. Ah, yes. America's forgotten vegetable, Zalg. You can also get some Zaglitos. One of the best chips from the Itos family. So here's a more obvious example of the interactive part of it where you can touch these and it makes sounds happen. So it really is encouraged for you to kind of go around, touch everything, see what happens, see what you can make do stuff. Pretty soon you'll see we'll even get to some, oh look at this, we got boggle things. Nope, there you go. Ah, not quite, but the idea is there. But you'll see in a few moments as we keep walking around here, there's lots of secret passageways. There's different ways to go. This front part is the grocery store, but it gets a lot crazier in a few moments. I'm not sure which way we're gonna go yet, but we will see you soon. Alright, let's see, we got America's favorite shrubs. Let's see what's in here. Anything fun in here? Oh! Well, that's not what I expected. Because who doesn't need salt after dark? Like, we got this ridiculous inflatable swan thing. We got this ridiculous stress swan thing. What you might not realize from all these ridiculous products in the front part of the grocery store here is I believe you, oh wow, sorry, quick side note, tortilla coasters, fantastic. You can actually buy, I'm pretty sure you can buy everything you see here, because like this says $9.99 for the tortilla coasters. I believe you can actually buy them. It's basically like kind of a wacky gift shop at the front. And I keep saying the front, which is semi-spoiling what we're gonna see in a little bit, because the grocery store is just the front. There's a lot more craziness we're gonna see in a little bit. Oh look, another member of the Itos family, Dozitos. Now with Moon Ranch flavor. So here is honestly pretty normal fridge full of drinks that you can buy. But then we have what's over here. We have a fridge that looks a little bit different. Oh, that's definitely different. It's going somewhere. Where's it taking us? And then, oh gosh, seem to be in some sort of kind of backroom factory thing here. So maybe this room is neat, but let's see what's out here. Oh, well, okay. Wow. Okay, so this is a much bigger room. This isn't a grocery store. This is something different. This feels, now this feels like the Arte Museum that's here, to be honest. Oh, it's so mesmerizing. It's got tigers, and I can't stop staring. All right, just a normal packaged ice thing. Yeah, it seems like you can open it. What's going on? Oh, well. I would like to say that's unexpected, but that's kind of what happens around here. Everything is unexpected. If I expected it, it'd be boring. See what's going on in this hobbit hole here. Wow, interesting. Oh. Some fun, weird things here. So we got some, looks like spices or something. I don't even know, but it's a little bizarre. What the heck is that? Is that? That's Clutch. What's he doing here? So as part of the story, again, you don't need to do the boop thing. You can kind of actually find pieces of lore, paper, computers all over. So someone is missing, Mare and Dram, and so you can kind of follow some of that to figure out what is actually going on with the story here. It does seem bizarre and all over the place. Like, you look around here, it's a whole bunch of random stuff, but there is some connection, there is some cohesion. Honestly, it is fun just to look around and experiencing it, but if you want to try to figure out that story, you can. More part of the story here, I think, where we might be in this neighborhood is called 7 Month Village. And there's all these kind of mailboxes. You can open them up, and some of them you can find things. Oh, look at that! Quantum Department of Transportation, QDOT. That's part of the Meow Wolf in Denver. That's awesome. Anything else? No? What do we got in here? Oh, okay. Other fun lore. Well, this city's really cool. Look at this. It's like a whole miniature display. I know a lot of times you walk around Meow Wolf's and there's lots of dioramas, as I like to say. Little cool things there, so I don't know. This is just a fun little kind of city. It almost looks like it's in a cave. I really kind of like it. All right, I'm gonna go back over here and see what's... So right now, this looks like a relatively normal staircase. So I'll catch you back at the top of the relatively normal staircase to see what we find. I mean, it is a relatively normal staircase, but a lot of fun paintings on the wall and lights, and it is nice in here. There's some fun sounds, has an ambiance to it. Anyway, if we're done with the staircase, we can go through the door over here, and we can see what do we got. Oh, so if it hasn't already been obvious, this is a multi-floor experience, and it really is just a whole bunch of stuff everywhere. Like, look at this stuff. It's very underwatery, very kind of like under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. So we got this cool hallway over here with lights and stuff, but I'm more intrigued over here. We got these interesting looking boxes and things. Because I like always, a big part of Meow Wolf that I love is the juxtaposition. You'll see one thing that is clearly part of one art installation and it transfers into another one. And I like that juxtaposition. So let's see where this takes us. Okay. Takes us into a break room. And then people trying to touch a whole bunch of stuff. Again, there's lots you can interact with. Obviously very fun for kids to go around and see what they can touch, see what they can pull, see what they can do. That looks like it's just a regular bathroom and such. But let's go this way. Let's see. Looks like just some normal lockers. But if I have to guess... Oh. No. Look at that. Whoa. There we go. Hold door. Woo! Heavy. Look at that. And there's one of your secret doors for you. Isn't that cool? Takes you to this whole other room. Who knows what's going on? Man, this is kind of fun. I don't even need to stop and cut this at all because it just stays interesting. Oh, the story of Dram Corp, you say? I don't know how interesting that'd be for you to watch and to sit here, but I like that. Well, this is cool. Next to see out into Area 15. Hi, Area 15. Got this receptionist robe on here. I don't think he's really doing much of anything, but it does very much remind me of Communicore at Epcot in the 80s. And so Clutch loves that.
Hold your references.
Oh, he's talking.
I do like ice cream though.
Well, that was brief. Continuing along. A lot of interesting doors and stuff. Let's see if anything happens when I try to go into it. Oh, that opens. Oh. Got an office in here. Interesting. It's not super big. Oh, seems to be September here. Didn't realize it was that late in the year already. Back in that hallway. Got some kind of like character people here. Ooh, I can't tell if someone's excited or scared. Anyway, let's see. This is D207. This is them. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's going on. Nothing. Door's locked. We have a luchador. If you can, let's get under the light so you can see him. Luchador. Hello. This is El Espectro. That was going to be my second guess. Oh, look at this. In E219, we have the internet. You can't go in. It says staff only, but you can see. Look at that. Look at all that internet. I'm kind of thinking this is legitimately part of what's powering this place, but also you get to sneak and peek. Well, let's turn around, see what else we can find. Here's an open door. Let's see what's going on. The infinitilizer. Okay. Ah, yes, I see. Whole bunch of mirrors. Yeah. That is cool. It really does look like it's infinite. Hello, Clutch. Hello. Anyway. Yeah, so this room is not actually that big. It's really just 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. But it really, that tight and that simple makes it look very, very long. And now I have the room all to myself. Oh, excuse me. This is a luxophone. Let's see, this space makes use of atmospheric fog and haze. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh. It's really dark. Not sure how well you're seeing this. I am seeing lasers. And I feel like you can put your hand in the lasers. Can you see this? Ooh, laser. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I think, yeah, I'm actually doing something. Again. This is like pushing a button at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. There's a million buttons. Look at all the buttons. This is fun in a different way. Oh. That sounds like Paper Mario to me. Specifically the 1,000-Year Door. That's a deep cut video game reference. If you've been around, you know I do that. Anyway, one more. Let's do it. Pretty much the same. So one more again. Ha! There you go. Yes. Now we're vibing. Here we have the Meta Worm room. Does it open? Yep. Okay. What do we got? Oh. Okay. Ooh. It's a lot colder in here. What do we got? What do we got in this guy? Got some tubes and some art, some Omega art. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So this looks like it's like a cloth with lights and sounds. That's kind of neat. Also, my battery's dying, so I think it might cut off at any second here. So if it feels like this wasn't complete, that's because my battery. All right, that's the end of that hallway and all those crazy rooms. This gets a little strobe lighty, so if strobe lights are rough, just watch out. So now it looks like we're in some sort of interesting office space. Look at this. Now, something I can clue you in on is that if you did want to follow the story with the booping, all of these stations have boop things and really helps you figure out a lot more of the story. Again, you could spend hours here if you really wanted to. You could boop this, you can watch multiple videos, read emails, lots of different things to really kind of piece it all together. It gets fun and bizarre. So this was like interesting because it was their second full Meow Wolf thing, and so they really, you can tell they had a lot more budget with this one compared to the original. And so it is neat to kind of really absorb where they had the time and the energy and the effort to make that story happen. Anyway, continuing on, that's enough Meow Wolf lore for you. Let's look around and see what else we got. Some interesting things in the case here. Oh, yeah. Well, I remember when this happened, the Forked Earth casualty at 50,000 BCE, and then it became the high contiguity zone into Las Vegas. I mean, it was a whole thing. I don't like to talk about it too much, but here we are. Ooh, this is kind of neat. So again, it is kind of like lights coming in and out, but if you see, I like this just wall corner of a bunch of like, why can't I find the words? It's like filing cabinets. That's the words I'm looking for. Now, I do know there's a door right there. Now, we can't go into that door. I believe it's a one-way one. Actually, I've seen in the past, people are blocking that, so you can only go one way. I'll show you maybe later where it starts. But I'm not gonna go down it now. We'll get to that in a little bit. But from across, oh, hello. And then across from that, let's see, let's walk out from there and go into this section. Well, hello. Well, now it's getting crazy yet again. Wow. Like a whole security control panel thing up here. That's kind of weird. They got this all around here. It's kind of, it almost feels like a big playground. I think they did used to have slides you could literally ride. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So that right there, you can see that was an actual slide. I do believe you used to be able to ride it. I don't know why they stopped it, but now it's just more art. So we're gonna go into this big Orby room. This is pretty. Got flowers, kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in here. So that's kind of neat. What's this? Oh. What does E-exit mean? We got some emergency cooling here. We got, let's see, can we touch this? Oh yeah, look at that. We can lift that up. Let's see if this does something. Oh. Woo! It says emergency cooling. This powers this, which is a fan. Emergency cool. I need more power! I need more power! This is cool. It's called a source flow optimizer. It's pretty neat there. Oh, jeez. I touched it. What'd I touch? What'd I touch? I did something. I did something. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I still don't have enough power! Another interesting diorama in the corner here. Looks like a little world of popsicle sticks things and creepy sun and moon gods. This is quite beautiful. This is cool. A lot of interesting art here. So, like, it looks like it might be hard to tell on the camera, but I think it's like actual layers of actual drawn art. That's like different layers of glass. So it's it has depth to it and kind of some texture. Again, some of this is just like neat art rooms. Some of it is like more expository or part of something. But this is just showing you the power of like layers and light and what that can do. And I appreciate this kind of thing. All right, it looks like we've entered the original TARDIS. It's all white and such and mechanical. I like it. It's fun. I feel like it needs a little bit more audio in here, but otherwise, it's hurting my eyes. Okay, moving on. Oh, this is kind of interesting. It's starting to become like very much electric. Interesting things here. I kind of like this hallway. This is, I don't know, once it kind of like comes in on you a little bit, where it gets a little tighter and the rooms get a little bit more distinct. Those places, I like kind of the bizarreness of the small spaces. The big spaces are cool. The small spaces sometimes though, you really feel much more like engrossed in it, and I like that. This is cool though, look at this. Look at all these pipes and things and electrics. This is like pretty much all of the Meow Wolves. If you really, really take the time to look closely at every little piece, every little thing, you discover so much. Like, you look really close, you got like some funky crystals and things, and it feels like glue, and you're allowed to touch. Very texture heavy here, like some very interesting things. Look at this. And so all of this is just fun to look at, fun to experience. Again, just walking around is really cool. Look at this. This is some interesting art. Oh, look at that. It's interactive and everything. And it's got like texture and feel, and it burns. Oh, I have paper cuts. I have paper cuts. I just want to stop for a brief moment and say I do realize the more I film this Meow Wolf, the more I feel like I'm terrible at presenting it. If you stuck with me this long, thank you so much. There's still so much more I'm going to show you, but like, I know, this is all over the place. I'm just being like, look at that, look at this, look at that, look at this. It's a really fun place. We're going to show you some more stuff, but thank you for being here. I'm going to keep going. I just wanted to like acknowledge that I feel like I'm all over the place with showing this one, but it's fun to experience it, because again, you can do it whatever way you want, and I'm doing it all over sporadically, and I'm so glad you stuck with me this long. You're wonderful. I can't believe you're still here. Let's look at some more. Ah, yes, the Beam Factory Training System. Let's see, does it do anything here? Oh, yeah, look at that. It controls this, I think. Yeah. Does it do what? Come on. Nope. I thought I was controlling something. Oh, no. See, okay, it doesn't seem like it goes every time, but if you touch some things, it makes that thing go kaboom. 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 No kaboom. Lack of kaboom. Going back down to the first floor. No scares on stairs. No scares on stairs. Okay. Oh, at the bottom of that slide. Look at this. Let's see here what we got here. Oh, creepy. That is different. What am I talking about? This whole place is different. Got a fun little diorama over here with like lava and throwing up bat, puking lava, and it's weird, and I don't even know, but for some reason, I want to show it to you. So in the back corner here, we have the foreman's office. So I think this is some more story element stuff in here. Yeah, you see a lot of people around the screen trying to figure out what's going on. But a lot of fun just stuff to be able to discover back in this corner over here. The story is fun to definitely discover the first time you do it. I think once you do it more than once, you don't really need to do it again. But it's still really cool to me, not doing the full story immersion, how knowing what I do know, you do get bits and pieces of it, even without even trying. Like, just if you look closely, there's a lot of storytelling just in the environment. What you're seeing is not just reading papers or reading emails, but it's also what you are seeing around here. What is this? Like, there's little things, if you look around, like that coming out of there. Like, all these little things are actually part of a bigger story, and I really like that. And so when you see something like this, like, attention, this is the source aspect separation project. The source is part of what is interesting about this place. So seeing some of this, ooh, Clutch knows things you don't know that you should come here and discover yourself. All right, let's see what's through the car washer curtains. Oh, okay. Oh, geez, big ham things. Ham things, what does that mean? Oh, I see. And we're back in the grocery store. So I think the grocery store might be a front. A front for what, you ask? Probably implied chicken. So remember a little bit ago where I showed you that column of file drawers and how it had a door you can go out of? Now, I do know there's a door right there. Well, if you want to see how you get to that, that's a great sentence, Clutch. You go to this spiral of t-shirts, and if you look right behind it, ooh, there's a staircase right here. It says one way only. So let's go up and let's see where I've already spoiled that this is gonna go. So it's fun, obviously, just to go up spiral staircases. This is a little bit scarier than other ones. Oh yeah, look up. That goes real high. That goes real high. Or when they're a cigarette and they go somewhere where you're not 100% sure, but you might have an inkling, well, that really makes it more fun. Okay, please open door slowly. We know why. People might be right here. Look out. Slow, slow, slow. And yeah, look at that. And we are back in here. And there's people not listening to the rules. I found a little area you can kind of crawl through, but I'm older and my knees are not gonna be able to make this, so I'm not gonna do that. Here's a demonstration. That's how you do it.
I found the gift shop!
So to show you the other side of that demonstration with the cubby hole, it's actually through the tent at the front, and you go through there to get there. I don't want to leave you hanging too much. So part of what's fun about Meow Wolf is to kind of circle back and around and back and forth around. So we're back in the grocery store again, and so I found a little cubby kind of slidey thing over here. So let's see what's in this one. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, okay. Seems like just back of the house stuff. Seems like some of what they have at the front, but maybe the stuff that didn't quite make it. So like you can see, it starts like kind of normal. Becomes a little bit more crazy, a little bit, and then it just becomes its own weird thing. Oh, I love it. And so this is one of the best parts about Meow Wolf, is that if you look really closely, you can really see some interesting things what they're trying to do. So like, look at another one. Here's a bag of chips, and it gets some holes, it gets bigger, it gets crazier, becomes something completely different until you are done, and it's crazy. This sign says come closer, and oh, and don't touch. So we got this interesting spill here, and this is one of the parts of Meow Wolf that I like, is just the storytelling of like, this is here, causes a spill, and then it takes you all along over here, and it takes you back into that big room over here. We've seen this before. And then you see how it becomes the big spill in the middle. So we saw that earlier. I didn't really point it out, but you might have seen it in some of the shots. But I like that kind of interactive storytelling that happens there. And then we're back in this big room. Again, it just keeps kind of folding in on itself. Interesting doorway here. Let's see what we can find. Okay. Oh, some interesting caves. Like a slot canyon, and with interesting hand down there. That looks a little otherworldly, but turning around, what do we got down here? Okay. Ooh, another fun little diorama. Ooh, the floor got squishy. That's cool. That's just a little out there, a little bizarre. But I like it. It looks like a future city crazy robot civilization. I couldn't even tell ya. I am not an art magician. Just wanted to show this random room because I really like the music. Not sure how well you can hear it, but it's very synth heavy. Kind of Stranger Things like. All right, let's see what's behind door number 722. Oh, we're back in here. I'm telling you, the folding in on itself doesn't stop folding. Well, I can see why this guy got the employee of the moment. Look at him. He's amazing. And what I love about this is the employee of the moment also has the picture of the employee of the moment behind him. Omega Mart, you've done it again. I realize there's a few of these with the same guy. Employee of the moment here, with the picture of him again behind there, and then you come over. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You're good. And then you come over here, and then here he is again, employee of the moment, employee of the moment, employee of the moment, Inception, employee of the moment. So what you're gonna see in here is one of my favorite kind of art things. Meow Wolf does this at a few other locations, not visually the same, but the idea. So walking in here, what they do with this room is they use light with colors, and it changes what you can see. So you can see how the colors, when they flash, kind of make it, you see slightly different images depending on what color is here. Now this is bizarre, and that's saying something out of Meow Wolf. Another little lore thing that I love is this book right here. This is actually, these are pages, and it, like, you can actually flip them, and you can see like different parts of story. Try to make, you can see there's like, it looks like there's an evolution here from fish to fish people to whatever you want to think that is. I just like that there's some interesting things here that if you want to flip through, try to decipher, figure out what's going on, there is so much for you to figure out. I wonder if that's the source. I told you about the source. This might be the source. Let's see if there's more here. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That kind of looks like humans. I see a brain. Let's see, is there anything else? And then darkness. I interpret this as darkness. Look at this interesting piece of art down here. Now this, I can't really tell what it is. I think it's some sort of kind of very organic, real world kind of waste that someone left here because they're inconsiderate. So something I don't think I'm gonna be able to easily film is that actually in this little kind of hovel here, there's a hole in the bottom right over there, and I think you can climb in that, and then I think there's kind of like a rope climb in there, and I think just because of the way I have to hold this camera, it's not going to be easy to film, so I'm not going to be able to show it. Okay, I climbed through the hole, and now I can see. It's a little easier than I thought, but there's a rope in here, and it really is stair-like, so I can probably just climb it and show you here, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. This is really fun. Whew! I missed this last time I was here. This is awesome. So I'm glad I was able to show you that. I have no idea where this is gonna end up, but this is fun. This is honestly probably the coolest part that I've seen so far. So we're going up, and going in. Let's see, just a few more steps. All right, trying to climb and film at the same time. No easy feat. Feet, because I'm climbing with my feet. Woo! Made it to the top. Look at that. Woo! That's the best way to get from the first floor to the second. Let's see where we are. Okay. Aha. Oh. And we're back here. Fantastic. Back in that kind of break room area where we went through that kind of that door over there earlier. There's a great little video that keeps playing over and over again. That's kind of like an educational, instructional video about how to like work at Omega Mart. This is fun. That's something small that I just noticed in this area is that way at the top. If you look at this, they got pencils stuck in the ceiling. I used to do that in school too. Here we have the Omega Oath. I'm not gonna read it because I think if I read it, something might happen to me. Gotta watch out for the 7 deadly pinatas. Got your pride, your greed, lust, envy, sloth, wrath, gluttony. Although that one does look delicious. So while you can actually buy all the stuff that's in the Omega Mart, they do have kind of near the front as you're leaving, they do have a sort of actual gift shop with more obvious gift shop items. So like, you know, you got a mug here. It is a bit expensive, I believe. This is $25 for this mug. But they got snow globes, some other fun things. They got the soup can camel, a bunch of shirts. And again, because Tattoo Chicken has to make one more appearance, we got another Tattoo Chicken thing here. How much is this shirt? $35 for that. They got hats and other fun, unique stuff that, you know, are clearly much more gift shop items. But again, anything in the store here, anything, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to purchase. So, future Clutch here, just want to point out that I'm actually outside of Meow Wolf for a second. If you go down, so the Meow Wolf entrance is way over there, and you come all the way down to the far end, there's the Meow Wolf shop. There's actually kind of a gift shop that's completely separate from the main place with a lot more kind of traditional Meow Wolf gift stuff. So, just in case you can't find what you want in there, there is a whole separate gift shop out here. Anyway, back to Clutch inside Omega Mart. So near the meats on the way out, if you go across the way from it, you go down this hallway over here, something that's not as much about the art itself, but this Meow Wolf does have its own little bar. So I think they have some fun cocktails and some interesting things here. Not every Meow Wolf has a drinkery, a bar, jeez. Has a bar, but this one does. But honestly, I think the one at the Meow Wolf in Denver is really, really cool. I actually went to that one as well. If you want to watch that video, you can watch that by clicking this right up. Meow. That has a cool place called Sips with a Z, which means it's cool because, you know, it has a Z. So something else outside of the Meow Wolf is this, the exhibition credits. So when you're in there, you may have noticed or not noticed actually that you don't see names of who did what or what the actual name of the experience is. But this, I believe, is a list of all the people who actually made some part of Meow Wolf, Meow Wolves. So thank you all these people for making such a fun, unique, interactive experience. Oh, telephone. Okay. All right, let's see. Whoa. Actual telephone and thing in there. And you know what? I think that's everything. I think that's all there is in the Meow Wolf Omega Mart that I could show you today. Honestly, there's probably so much more. It's just, it is all over the place. There's so much fun things in here, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I would love for you to experience this yourself at some point. So I will say, of all the Meow Wolves I've been to, so I've been to this one, I've been to the one in Denver, the original Santa Fe, and the one in Houston. I will say this is probably my least favorite. I feel like it's not super big once you realize you've been everywhere. The front part, the actual grocery store, is really cool and everything. I just feel like there isn't as much interactivity, there isn't as many secret doors and interesting things to find in this one, but it's still a great time. I still love it. It is a little bit more expensive because it is a Meow Wolf in Las Vegas. Meow Wolf in and of themselves not super cheap, but then the actual one being in Vegas, it's like $55-60 to do this, so it can be a little expensive. But anyway, thank you for coming along with me. If you want to see another Meow Wolf, I do have the Denver one. You can watch me walk through there. That one is probably tied for my favorite, so that's a great one. But if you want to see some more like Vegas stuff, I got some great series of videos that you can watch right here. So until I see you in the next one, goodbye. I am still Clutch.